I finished high school at Braintree, and then that was in the middle of the Vietnam War. My parents desperately asked me to continue on with school, and I had always had it in the back of my mind that at some point when I was old enough, I would enlist in the Marine Corps like my father and my Uncle Jack that served in the Second War and then fought in the Pacific. And then my middle name, Charles, comes from the great uncle that raised my father, and he was a medic in World War I. So there was a military history to the family that I had always stored in the back of my mind as it was a duty that anyone that lived in this country would undertake. So my parents, again, didn't want me to enlist, and they begged me to go to college. So I said, I'll try 1 year of school. And I did. I went to Stonehill for 1 year, and before I finished up that year, I'd had enough of college. I was restless. I had friends that were in Vietnam, and I enlisted. So I went home, they told my parents what I'd done. It didn't make either one of them happy, especially my mother. And I left and went to Parris Island, South Carolina in September of 1968 and did my boot camp there. I graduated in November of that year at the top of my class. So out of it, I got a spiffy pair of dress blues, my first stripe, and I was just a cocky Marine, hell-bent on doing my job. I got selected to go to what was called the Combined Action Group, or the CAP program. And this was a group where we received a little bit. They gave us 11 days of specialized training, teach us a little Vietnamese, a little bit about the culture. They gave us a magic pin to wear on our breast pocket. They gave us access to any village. So we could go in any village, there was no issue. So we were to protect the village chiefs from assassination. We worked in 12-man teams, a squad of Marines. And our role was to protect the villagers, keep the village chief alive, and then supposedly help in any way with, anything that these rural communities needed. Ideally, let them just plant their rice, get their crops, and not be harassed by the Viet Cong or your North Vietnamese regulars. There's only 1%, maybe 2% of this population that serves in the military, and yet they're the forgotten few. So I charge you all with taking advantage of that opportunity to bring about even more good.